welcome to Bad Yogi Q&A Wednesday with me, Erin Motz, where I answer the questions that you send me via email and social media too. Today's question is another one inspired by so much of the feedback that I had on a post a couple of weeks back about what you guys were struggling with on and off the mat. I'm taking some of the most common themes and putting them here on video, so I'll be pretty general, but this one was all about kicking the habit of being lazy. A lot of you kind of were falling into this trap of being lazy, just wanting to kind of sit around and not do much, whether that translated to your yoga practice, translating to your work, translating to anything that you would rather be doing other than sitting around and not being productive. And I wanted to answer this because I have some experience with this feeling. As a recovering sloth myself, I feel that I can be brutally honest with you and tell you exactly what you need to do to kick the habit of being lazy and get moving so that you can be productive and do all of the things that you want to be doing. I know exactly what you're going through because I know that the feeling of being lazy isn't because you actually want to be lazy and do nothing. It's kind of, you just can't find the motivation to do what you need to do, right? So I'll tell you the few things that I did that kind of kicked me into a higher gear and got me moving. The first thing I did was I reframed my laziness. Lazy is not something that I was. Lazy was something I was acting as. So the difference being is that if you feel like you just are lazy, that feels like it's out of your control. But if you feel like you're acting lazy, that is 100% in your control to change. The next thing I did was draw the line in the sand. I made a decision. I told myself that I was not going to be lazy. I wrote it down. I told Adrian. I made a firm decision. Essentially, to me, that decision made it irreversible. So now I can't do lazy things because I'm not acting lazy anymore. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's making sense. The next thing, and this is so essential, if you want to kick your lazy habit, you have to set new habits that reinforce this new positive behavior. So for example, for me, I had to make a morning routine that was 100% non-negotiable. So when I wake up, I make my bed every single day so it's nice and clean and I have a clear space. I meditate, I write, I clean up the kitchen of the clean dishes from the night before, and I eat breakfast. So this part of my morning is very sacred. It kind of sets me off on a productive note so that I feel good about going about the rest of my day. Another thing that I did that really helped me was actually implementing a bullet journal. And I know I've talked a little bit about this before, so I won't bore you with details. But essentially, I think the key to the bullet journal is having a written list of things that I want to accomplish in the day. So no matter what, I know exactly what I want to do, and as I do them, I mark them off. So I'm accountable for what I've done that day, and I'm accountable for my planning for the rest of the week. So I think if you hold yourself accountable for your actions, that makes a huge difference. So setting new behaviors to replace the old lazy behavior is essential. I told you that I was going to be brutally honest with you, and this is the truth. When you're just being lazy for any other reason other than illness or some kind of life crisis, it is 100% your choice. So you cannot sit here and say, I wish that I was motivated. I should really change this habit. You have to decide. And if you decide, that is 100% on you. And I know this is being a little bit tough, but I am just speaking from experience because I was there too. I have been in kind of a lazy, I don't feel like doing stuff mode, and you don't feel good when you're that way. You don't get anything done. You can't grow, you can't accomplish anything. So it is absolutely essential that you break yourself out of that habit as soon as possible. And the first step to breaking the habit is deciding that you will. Not you wish, not you should, but you will. So all of this to say is that you have to acknowledge the fact that maybe you're being a little bit unmotivated or a little bit lazy depending on your case. You have to decide that you're making a change, and then you have to set behaviors that actually reinforce that positive change. So maybe it's setting a new morning routine. Maybe it's writing down some things that you're gonna accomplish every single day no matter what. Whatever it is, you have to stick to it because remember, this is in your hands. So there you have it, Q&A Wednesday. I really hope that this was helpful. I would love to hear from you. If you've ever struggled with feeling unmotivated or lazy, what are some things that you've done personally that have helped you get back on track? As usual, I love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you right back here next week. Oh, by the way, to make sure you don't miss out on anything in Bad Yogi Land, we have free classes every week, Q&As like this, and a bunch of other secret stuff that I only put in email. Make sure you're in the Bad Yogi Club, which I will link to below. So that's it for real this time. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next time.